Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'll be budgeting my second paycheck of December, which will be my last paycheck of December. But before I get into it, as always, I just want to say thank you so much to all my returning subscribers. Thank you for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're returning to my channel and you're not already subscribed, be sure to do so, because I checked my analytics and like 80% of you guys that watch me are not subscribed. So I would greatly appreciate it if you wanted to join me on my journey. Alright guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, we're here. We made it to the second paycheck of December, which is the last paycheck for me of 2020. I'm giving myself a round of applause because guess what? I almost made it through 2020. Alright, and this paycheck was also more than I was expecting, and which is really exciting. It actually came out, oh, I need black pen. It actually came out to $11.70, which is 170 whole dollars more than I budgeted for, which is gonna give me a lot to work with. So let me get you guys zoomed in a bit, and we'll move on to my fixed expenses right over here. The only expenses I have left to pay for the month are my car insurance, the first half of my December rent, and my tuition. And again, I've noticed I picked up the purple pen before the black pen because I really like the color purple and I really wanted to use it today. But I didn't have any extra expenses, and I'm already going to tell you that these came out to be the exact amounts. So nothing over budget or under budget here. Again, I feel like I'm really good at my fixed expenses. So the total was $663. And let me get my calculator on. So we started with $11.70 and we had $663 for fixed expenses. So $507 is what we'll be rolling over into the next category. And we still are at a positive 170. So because I have more money to work with than I had budgeted for, I had thought about maybe giving myself some extra wiggle room in my variable spending. And then I remembered, no, I have to get glasses. This is a perfect opportunity for me to put extra money in my medical sinking fund to get glasses. So I'm going to be budgeting these amounts in that I had already estimated and nothing extra. So that makes everything easy. So that's $120, which is $387. That I'll be pulling down here in a moment. But we are surplus 170, nothing changed, so we are surplus 170. And on to extra debt payments. And another thing that I had considered with this extra money is, oh, maybe I can pay extra money on my Snowball. But I had already made peace with the idea of having a lower Snowball for the month, and I'm just gonna stick with what I had planned. So I'm gonna end with $217 towards my Snowball, and I need, so we have 387 minus 217, 170. Awesome. That means we're perfectly on track. So the only thing that I'm gonna be stuffing in terms of my sinking funds is my medical fund. So I'll just put it here. I'm gonna put $100 into my medical fund. Now I already paid for my root canal and it ended up being $295. I think in the last video I said it was $294 because it was $294 and some change. So I had in that envelope $500 and then I paid $295. So that left me with $205, and my glasses that I need to get are like almost $270. So I figured I'll put the 100 in there. $305. Oh, it's $270. The $270 I'll need for the glasses, and then that'll give me just like a tiny bit of cash left in that sinking fund in case something happens and I have like another dental copay or something. So I figured that would be good to do. And then that obviously will leave $70 left over. So we had a surplus of $170. And then I was under by 100 because I didn't budget for this. So what am I gonna do with this $70? I'm going to put it in my bills checking. The reason that I'm doing that is because I'm thinking ahead to January where I am traveling. I have like one trip for January and it's in New York. So I'm gonna have to drive to New York. So I wanna make sure I have enough like gas money for that, and also because things are much more expensive there, I'm gonna need to budget extra money in like my groceries and like eating out and stuff. So I'm gonna set aside the $70 in this bills checking account, which now collects interest on it, not in a bad way, in a good way. It's like a high yield checking account now. I don't know, my credit union offered it to me on that checking account, so I took it. So that'll collect a little bit of interest along with the small balance that I already have in there. And in January, when the time comes, I think it'll be January paycheck number 1, that I'll end up taking this 70 back out so then I can distribute it to buff up my gas and my groceries, because I'll be going back down to like really lower paychecks. Like I had expected this paycheck to be $1,000 instead of like the $900 that I normally budget for, because I already knew I was getting a travel reimbursement, but I had an extra trip on top of that, which is why I had extra money. You know what I mean? So I figured I'm gonna take that money and set it aside for the future, because I know I won't have that money in the future otherwise. So that's gonna zero out our budget, because we enter this category with a surplus of 70 and then a loss of 70, which means that now every dollar in this paycheck has been accounted for. So in this box here, I normally like leave a note to myself about like Snowball progress or anything else, and I forgot to sticker it. And if anyone was wondering, I get the stickers out of these 2 Happy Planner value books. I'll just go with pastels. It's like towards the back. They have, yeah, see, like top priority, task list, goal. So I'll probably use goal. Yeah, let me take it from this top page. This is like kind of red, so it'll go, it's festive, you know. So let's take the red goal. And we were at 273 out of 401. So we actually went over goal. That's awesome. So I'm gonna notate that I hit 490 out of 401. So I'm gonna find the percentage of that. Is 122% of goal. That's awesome. And this 217 amount that I have here is based off of the monthly budget, kind of how it rolls over. My monthly budget is always a like worst case. Where is it? It's always kind of worst case, and because of how my paychecks get split up, sometimes things don't end up exact. So yeah, the snowball ended up being over because this paycheck I had already budgeted more than I'm used to, and I had less fixed expenses on here than I did on the previous one. But that's cool because I had already set my sights low in this 400 mark, because before I was snowballing for 450, but I still did over that, which is awesome. And again, only possible because I made a little bit of extra money in either scenario. I also just grabbed this a clear green star, only because I just want to notate this is the last paycheck of 2020. So here it is, guys, my second paycheck of December and my last paycheck of 2020, finally complete. So if you made it to the end of the video, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you leave a like and a comment, as well as subscribe if you're not already subscribed to me. I hope you're getting ready to jump into 2021 with me, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.